Hello Pisces, welcome to your June monthly tarot love reading. Today I will be doing a Celtic spread with a separate deck of clarifiers. Oops. Okay, meant to start. Celtic spread with another deck for clarifiers, love message, and I will also be pulling another 3 cards from a different deck in case this message doesn't resonate with you. See what is happening for Pisces in the month of June. Okay. Your current situation is the Queen of Swords. Your challenge is Judgment. Your foundation is the 4 of Pentacles. Your past and what you're leaving behind is the Ace of Swords. Your strength is the Queen of Wands. Your near future is the King of Wands. Wonderful. Your advice is the High Priestess. Your environment is the Sun. Your hopes and fears is the 2 of Pentacles. And your potential outcome is Justice. All right, Pisces. So starting off with the Queen of Pentacles as your current situation, this is someone who has a very sharp tongue. She is very analytical. She thinks with her head rather than her heart. She can be a little bit cold sometimes. But overall, the main objective of the Queen of Swords is clarity and honesty, truth, right? Because the Queen of Swords is holding the Ace of Swords there. So the Ace of Swords is supposed to be representative of clear communication and getting rid of any sort of confusion. Let's see why the Queen of Swords. Oh. With Judgment, for the Queen of Swords, I think that this could be a very challenging time determining what is the right or wrong thing to do. But overall, I do believe that there is some type of standard that you're elevating because with the Ace of Swords in your past, it feels like you are probably going towards the 10 of Swords. To try to relieve yourself of some mental obstruction. All right, let's see that Queen of Swords. We have the King of Swords. Interesting. So with the King of Swords, this is a partnership in which you are of like minds. There is a lot of positive reinforcement. There seems to be maybe a very clear meshing of lives where they understand you in a different way that no one else has been able to understand you. We do have the Sun in the environment as well. That probably makes you feel seen and you're part of what's going on, right? So that would fit very nicely with the King of Swords, matching your energy as the Queen of Swords. Let's get a card for Judgment. The 4 of Swords. Yes, so this is in this instance, Judgment is asking you to go back and see what could be a better call on the turnout of events. And when you're doing so, it takes a lot of mental capacity, and sometimes the past could be a little bit cringy, thinking about how you did something wrong or how you could have handled it better. So you might be taking some time to stay indoors and relax and think about your past and reflect, right? It could also mean that you are taking time from something very stressful, something that is asking of you forgiveness and another chance. So this might be a time in which you're just letting time pass. Maybe you're not going to do anything in the month of June and you're just going to be watching this person and see if they are valid and what it is that they're offering you. We do have a lot of major arcanas here, so I do believe that this is a very important month for you in regards to this situation. There is a lot of calling your inner intuition about, so just take that time to recover and not overwhelm yourself. I think that might be what this is also asking of you. In your foundation, you have the 4 of Pentacles. The 4 of Pentacles in your foundation is saying that you are holding on to what you believe is best for you, something that is working for you. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's the kind of mentality that I think of when this is in your foundation. I also believe that you may be stuck with someone. You might be feeling like you can't move on from someone. And that is a solid foundation for you because you are seeing that they might be evolving, or everyone has the opportunity to improve themselves and change. So this could be that kind of mindset. So the Four of Pentacles in the foundation is clarified by the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is the going away from something that was emotionally exhausting, something that was perhaps a betrayal. So maybe you're keeping to yourself because you've walked away from something that was very hurtful and you felt betrayed. Or maybe you had attempted at something and you held onto it and it didn't work out. So you're still deciding to recover in your own way. Let's look at the past with the Ace of Swords. The Five of Swords, yeah. So in the past, the Five of Swords, right? And then your foundation, the Six of Swords. So this is the betrayal. This is what I was saying about here, right? This card represents someone that is willing to tear everything down if it means that they're going to win. They don't care going down themselves. So in this instance, there might have been harsh words being exchanged and something that can't be taken back and made you feel like there's no reason to go back if that's how they judge you or how you judge someone. So when it's being clarified, when the Ace of Swords is being clarified there, it might be that someone maybe said something that emotionally made you check out of this relationship. All right. In your Strength card, you have the Queen of Wands, which says that you know your worth, you know your value, you know you're hot, you know you're happening. I would just say that in this instance, in the Strength card, the Queen of Wands could be a little bit stubborn with how she thinks, because her trajectory is so much more ignited by her passion and her vision. So let's see the Queen of Wands. We have the Three of Swords. Well, that's interesting because maybe it was this event that pushed you into this energy of realizing that you needed to value yourself better and have more self-worth. So in this instance, I would say that your Strength is an instance that was very hurtful, but it was worth it because now you're in a better place. In the near future, we have the King of Wands. This is in similarity to how you're seeing yourself in your Strength. This could be someone that matches that energy coming into your life, or someone that is already in your life, but they are matching that energy and echoing those ideas that you have about yourself. The Five of Pentacles. So in regards to the King of Wands could be sometimes a little bit harsh as well, where they are more about getting out the truth or their feelings without really much thinking about how they will communicate that. Another instance is that they are so involved in themselves that they don't realize how they're making you feel. Sometimes when we're discussing with our friends or spending time with our friends or our loved ones, we dedicate a lot of our time into them and seeing what it is that they need from us. But then when we are feeling some type of need from them, we're kind of left out in the cold, or maybe you're feeling some type of rejection. And I'm just going to pull out another card to try to better understand the Five of Pentacles. Judgment. Okay, so in the near future, you have an instance in which there has been a calling to your self-worth and how you stick up for yourself. And the King of Wands is basically saying that after so much pain and rejection that you have endured, you now are going to value yourself and put yourself in a position in which you get to think if you want to spend time with that person or not. Sometimes what could happen is that the intentions of someone is hidden or not really clear, and that sort of distraction or poor guidance is definitely meant to just keep you stuck. So in a way, this is setting you free from this. Another aspect that I could be seeing here is that you stop talking with someone. I think this was your call where you stopped talking to someone and this person is trying to come back in. It does seem like they were left out in the cold, or you rejected them, and you're being called to give them another chance because they probably did something that you needed them to do so that way they could be ready for you. Yeah, I say that because as your strength, the Queen of Wands, you were hurt, right, about something, and then you are getting empowered. So I believe that there was some distance or break being taken, and you're now reconnecting and seeing if there is some opportunity to, if things have changed or not. Okay, your advice is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is about making judgment calls with your intuition, checking to see how you feel around people, checking in with your emotions, seeing if you are energetically depleted or energized after being with someone for some time. So as advice, plainly speaking, it would be to take your time and take a moment to rest and see how it is that you feel. Maybe in the month of May, you were all about go, 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 getting things done and just keeping yourself busy or not really giving yourself time to think. But now it's the time that you have to sort of relax and see what can potentially be coming out of everything. Let's see, for the High Priestess, the Fool. Now the Fool came out in reverse, but I read cards upwards. The Priestess is about trusting your intuition, and there might be a few of you that is being asked to give this another chance, give this another try. However, not every circumstance is worth giving another chance to. Sometimes relationships could be abusive, and in that instance, that trauma that you collect from that experience is only going to bury you further into the entrapment of a toxic relationship. So in that case, the Fool would be to not give this another chance, and then leave them in the cold. Clear communication with how this is making you feel. Yeah. Actually, that would be the Fool in reverse, if I would say that. It would be to not be a fool in this instance, to not be allowing people to take advantage of your, honestly, like your kindness, your belief in people changing, your flexibility and your boundaries sometimes, Pisces. All right, so in your environment, we have the Sun. The Sun says that you are being embraced in a positive aspect. You are being seen in a positive light where you are optimistic and a sunshine to many people. Now, another potential with this is that once you are out in the truth, that's when the Sun is representative of the information being given, right? In the Moon, we are looking inwards and possibly denying things that need to be seen, but when the Sun comes out, everything is seen, everything is exposed, everything is being seen with clarity. So let's see why it's in your environment. The Knight of Swords. So with the Knight of Swords, it's about flighty energy. You want to make sure that you're not going to be taking things too seriously too soon. You are still aware of how things have affected you in the past, and you want to be aware of things as they happen, and you're not going to allow people to take advantage of you. If you are single in this instance, this is about putting yourself out there, getting to know different people, It's a great opportunity to delve yourself into your hobbies and finding a community with that. So try to look at the Knight of Swords in this instance in your environment as an encouragement to try something new, to put yourself out there. In the hopes and fears, we have the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is a card of stagnation, I feel like, in this reading. It's about, well, if I do think about this, I'm just going to bury myself further into just all of my thoughts. Why would I want to do that? I just wanted to distract myself from my ideas and, you know, from what's going on right now. And Pisces, that's fine and that's fair, but you do have to ultimately, if a decision is not made by you, it will be made for you. So just be aware of that. You have to really think about how what you're going through is going to shape your future, and this is a moment to give yourself a plan to design what it is that you want your future to look like. All right, so in your hopes of fears, let's see, clarifier, the Ten of Wands. Yeah, so this might be meaning that it's seeming that what you've been through is a huge burden, and you are now living with it, and you are still deciding on whether or not to put yourself out there again if you're single. If you're in a relationship, it's about learning so many lessons in the relationship about yourself, about your partner, and seeing that there are pros and cons to the relationship, but overall there is a need to put more energy into it. I do want to clarify again for the hopes and fears. Let's see if we can get a little more clarity. The Four of Wands. So yeah, this has to do with your community, your sense of your network. So like, what is it that you're coming out as? How do you seem to these people? How do you will they be there for you? Sometimes you in this type of reading, you can mean that your partner might want to spend a lot of time with you, and you have to decide if you want to spend time with your family or your friends. And quite frankly, I believe that you're going to spend time with your family and your friends, and keep a good balance of it. It's all about balance. We're just missing the Temperance card here for that. All right, potential outcome is Justice. This is a relief. This is a good card to have as your outcome, because it means that something is happening for the betterment and fairness for everyone involved. This is about if you had made a mistake, that you will be addressing the issue, and perhaps it wouldn't be such a drastic thing anymore in your mind about this issue being like lingering over your head, because quite frankly, maybe it's not defining who you are in this new time. At the same time, if someone did you wrong, I would think that this is a time in which you can confront them about it, let them know how it made you feel. You know, sometimes you could send a text or a message with just your ending, and you know, maybe you just decide to block them after that. That's not my advice, but I'm just saying that's just what I do. But all right, let's see the Justice card. The Seven of Wands. Okay, so maybe you're facing a lot of criticism, maybe a lot of judgment with what you had done in the past or what were your mistakes. But the environment is the Sun and the Knight of Swords. So just roll with it, roll in the truth, go with what makes you feel like in the end it'll all be worth it. But you just have to be fair. You just have to be, if you know that you did something wrong or you made a bad call on something that you said, just allow the space for forgiveness, and be ready to accept any type of thing coming your way. Yeah, so with the Tower there, it does seem like there is going to be some type of instance in which this illusion that you have been living about without really facing the consequences, or this other person facing the consequences. It's going to be over. You're going to be facing this. All right. So let's see any love messages that come out. I'm going to pull 3 cards. This could be the one. You've already met the person, a romantic partner you seek. Can't read. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Okay. So in this instance, I can see that there is very little similarity in the reading. I think that in one instance, my reading is saying that there was a lot of communication that was deceitful, perhaps, and we're moving forward into the truth. We're going towards the truth. This is saying that perhaps you've had a sort of type in the past that you usually go for, and but there's this one person that you've met that has captured your attention, and you're willing to give them a try. You know, like maybe they're different, and you haven't had that kind of partner before, but they're able to fulfill your needs, and you're able to be them for you're able to be there for them as well. Sorry. All right, if this reading didn't resonate with you, I'm going to pull 3 cards. Or any other Pisces that this did not resonate with. The Moon. Powerful, intuitive epiphanies, letting go of worry and fear, understanding the truth of a situation. 3 of Winter. Reach out to others for comfort and love. You will grow stronger from the situation. Sadness that will heal with time. So this is a 3 of Swords, and that's the 3 of Swords up there. Interesting. I don't know why I shuffled. I usually don't shuffle. Let's see. The 9 of Winter. Unfounded fear, focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. Interesting. So this is similar to the reading that I made for you. But if I'm reading it completely separate, it's that there are some traits of your own that you have been avoiding to look into and repair. And that type of issue that you are seeing is derived from the trauma that you've been through. And having to face that, or having to digest it and remove that toll from your body, is going to be more exhausting to you, because in your head you're allowing it to be a bigger problem than what it actually is. So this is calling to tell you to put some action into your inner care and your self-care, and you will be able to feel more relief from that pain and that trauma and that maybe anxiety. All right, June, it looks like, all right, Pisces, this June looks like an opportunity for you to digest a lot of things from your past and become a better and newer version of yourself, Pisces. You're wonderful, beautiful, and energetic. Lots of love for you, and I wish you the best. Have a nice summer. Take care.